You are about to watch a feeding session on touch and texture, led by occupational therapist Deanne Kelly. Deanne is introducing different food textures. She is using crunchy veggie sticks and soft, slippery cooked pasta. She introduces this through play and encouraging imitation.
Most of these little kiddos go for the crunchy. They're very tactily defensive.
So the soft is a little bit more challenging.
It is. It's more challenging, and they've already kind of learned that it's yucky, so if I put it amongst the other things, it might give them a chance just to touch it and find out it's not so bad after all. And then I'll reintroduce it each time so that it's there again. They get used to it.
But they're not eating the soft. That takes a lot longer.
It does, and it's just holding it in their hands. It takes a lot more control to pick it up. It's gooey when you first touch it, so the first instinct is to drop it down before they even get it to their mouth.
Now you're changing to a soft.
Going back and forth and just kind of playing with all the food so that they, now that they're calm and more quiet and settled, they might be able to approach the differences a little easier than when it first was put down. Did you see that? Let's see. Roll, 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 roll.
And then playing with the food so it's not so scary.
And just what it can do. And then maybe after playing with Play-Doh and rolling Play-Doh or rolling other things that you can touch so they can relate to that. Look at that. And sometimes they need to watch from afar, but they're still watching, so you know they're getting something.
But he's doing it from the safety of his mom.
Exactly, but he's still touching and exploring, and that's pretty good. You want more? Ah. So the textures I'll use are the ones they're safe with, so they'll want to try the ones they're not so safe with too. So you can see that they relate together and they're being able to sit with all of our friends at the table. Okay. They're really just trying to make it a playtime, because that's what feeding is in the beginning. When kids are learning to eat, they're playing in it. That's how they're learning about it. Bing, 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 bing. Ah. Turn up. Bravo! Bravo! And this one, I will work on teaching them not to eat stuff. So there's individual things they're all doing that I would like to see them do different. Oh, good job! But like for him, he's now picking it up and playing with it, where he was throwing it in the beginning. So that to me is a successful feeding time.
Just picking it up and holding it. That's step one.
That's step one. And then hopefully next time it'll go into his mouth or he'll keep exploring it. Oh, and now this is successful because he got out of mom's lap. So just to get out of mom's lap and join us at the table is huge right now. So each one of them is going to have a different success in this. But for all of them, staying with the activity this long is a success. And it doesn't always work this way, believe me.
So staying at the table, getting off of mom's lap, touching the food, these are huge things.
Huge accomplishments.
And parents need to realize that it's not, you can't get your child to sit down and eat the first time.
Sit down and eat. It's an exploration time, and kids need to play and touch and watch others to learn what it's all about.
So that's a good thing to do with kids too. Sometimes before eating, do something really sensory-based with them.
Big gross motor activities and maybe some more sensory finger activities, and then eating. And I think the biggest thing is to kind of look around your surroundings. Is it overstimulating with lights? Is it overstimulating with sounds? The more the sensory components more relaxed, the easier it is to get their nervous systems relaxed so that they can explore what's put in front of them.
Okay.
And that's a really huge thing.
And then you focus on them versus trying to eat your own meal.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think eating with them is important, to do it at the same time. Not to just watch them, but to be part of it so they can go, oh, she's putting it in her mouth. She's playing with it. I'm going to do the same. So it must be okay. So demonstrating by myself doing it at the same time. You're all done. ¿Se acabó?
¿Se acabó? ¿O quieres más? ¿Se acabó?
And even just learning how to sit in relationship to someone else, having someone touch you is huge. And that's our dinner table as a family. So I think that's an important thing sitting like this, is that they're learning about relationships with others, not only themselves as a food. Even this little one over here is now picking up the noodles and throwing them, but he wasn't even doing that in the beginning. So that's an accomplishment for him. So each one of them has their very own accomplishment here today.